So we are currently getting ready for the live stream, and hopefully we will get a glitch-free live broadcast experience this time around. If you are new to the live broadcast, then welcome. We will be starting any moment now, and I thank you for joining me for what's going to be a really fun first look at the Lenovo Moto Z2 Play. This is a really interesting device and certainly one I've been very keen to get my hands on. A big shout out goes to Vodafone for making this video possible. I'm really appreciative that they've sent me this loan device, and let's get into the discussion about the brand new Lenovo Z2 Play. A big thank you to everyone who's tuned in for the live broadcast. A hello to iMarino, to Geek Shraven, and also Peter Westerland. Thank you very much for tuning in live. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at this smartphone here. This is the Motorola, or I should say Lenovo now, Lenovo Moto Z2 Play. Now, I've looked at plenty of devices from Motorola, now Lenovo, and I've been very impressed with them in previous generations of their smartphones. Never tried one that accepted these Moto mods, which of course I'll show you in greater detail throughout this video, but you're going to be experiencing this unboxing the same time as myself. And for one, it's a really striking looking box, very vivid colours, and the specifications on this sound really promising as well. So let's take a look in the box. Let's dive straight into it. I will be taking questions a little bit later on in this video, but for now let's take a look at what we get inside the box. So this actually slides open like so, very nicely done. And we've got this that says on the front, it says Hello Moto on the front here, which is just a little piece of cardboard cover. And then we've got the smartphone itself, and it actually details some of the main specifications, which I will relay to you now. Wow, this is thin. This is a whoa, that is a thin phone. Look, side profile, you can hardly see it. Oh my goodness, that is impressive. Wow. Right, the main specifications, it says here on this screen film: Moto mods, which are the modifications that snap onto the back. You can see these little connectors across the back here, so we've got additional pieces that can actually snap onto the back there. A 5.5 inch 1080p AMOLED screen. We've also got a 3000 milliamp hour battery in a phone this thin. That is impressive, very impressive. 12 megapixel rear camera with a camera bump, but I can forgive it that. And a 5 megapixel front facing camera with also a flash on the front, so we've got flash for both the front and the rear cameras. Also a fingerprint sensor, 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage. I'm pretty sure that there is also a micro SD card slot on here as well. In fact, let me just check that for you. I don't really want to dive too deep into the specifications, purely because it's not about the specifications. What makes a phone great is the software, how it feels, the overall sort of user experience. So we have got micro SD card support on here as well. So apart from the 64 gigabytes of storage already in here, we can further expand that. And it's also got a Snapdragon 626 processor, and that's a 2.2 gigahertz octa-core CPU. So a really good specification phone, and a really good price point on this as well. I've been checking it out to see exactly sort of the price that you can get this in at without a contract as well. Very cool indeed. Now I will go back to the comments in a short while. Before I do so, I'm just going to actually peel this off, peel the screen cover off. If I can get my nail under it. There we go. One screen cover removed, and let's just start this up so that Wow, that is a bright screen. Very, very cool. Big M in the middle, powered by Android. Let's just pop that to one side. We just want to take a quick look at what else is inside the box.
Hello, moto.
Not sure if you heard that. Very cool. Look at this. Alright, stop now. That's a really cool animation on the startup there. So we've got a little readme. Oh, I dropped something there. So we've got a little readme. We've also got some safety and extra information there. And the bit that I dropped is the SIM eject tool, also to gain access to that micro SD card slot. And inside we've got a mod. This isn't a battery or anything. This is just a back cover. Let me show you this very quickly so you can see the back at the moment, and then we can put this back cover in place and it magnetically adheres to the back of the smartphone. Very, very cool. And now it's a little bit more grippy. Wow. First impressions are really good. I'm really impressed with that. Now also inside the bottom of the box here we have got a full-size USB to USB-C cable. So this is USB-C with quick charging, and we've also got a UK charger, wall charger. If you buy this in another country, you'll get a country-specific charger inside the box. So let's just pop that to one side. I'm going to show you the Moto mods in a short while, but first of all I just want to quickly run through the setup procedure just to get everything up and running, and that'll give you time to line up some questions for me as well. So we're going to set up as a new phone on this one. We will connect to my Wi-Fi. So it's just connecting now, obtaining the IP address, and it just says continue, checking for updates. Are we going to get an update straight out of the box? Right, no update from the first turn on. Let's just sign into this. See how quick a setup procedure this is. So I'm purely just signing into a Google account. Just getting the account information. We'll set up things like the fingerprint reader later, so we're going to skip that. Skip anyway. We're going to skip all of this for now. I'll set that up again later. We're going to set up Google Assistant later as well. All set to go. It says adding finishing touches, and then we're in. All set up. Really very, very impressive indeed. So we'll just put the brightness right up just to show you, but then I'm going to set it to a normal level. So very cool, bright, vibrant screen. I am impressed with that screen. So we'll just put that down to a reasonable level, and the only other thing I'm going to set on here is on the display. We're going to set it to stay on for a bit longer. We don't want it to keep dimming. And then we're going to turn the sound down so that it doesn't disturb the live broadcast. Very, very cool setup procedure. And an amazing screen. I'm so impressed with this screen. Wow. Now it's a 1080 screen, so it's a full HD screen. None of this extra resolution. You do get sort of 4K resolution screens in smartphones now. But even close up, that is very, very crisp, and I'm loving the viewing angles. And it goes up super bright, so that should be really visible using outdoors as well. In the hand, just that sort of feel in the hand. Now this is a 5.5 inch full HD screen, and it feels very, very comfortable to hold. A nice weight to it, not too heavy, but sort of quite a quality feel to it. This is sort of a metal surround with chamfered edges. The fingerprint sensor is down the bottom here. Let me just give you a close-up look of that screen. See if we can just get that to come into focus. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very crisp. Very cool. I really do like it. That is a really nice looking phone. So we'll take a look at the Moto mods in a short while, but let's go back to your comments and see what we've got coming. AJK says the British locker gnome. I do watch Chris Prillo. We do communicate quite regularly. Great content. AJK says, is this going to be your new daily driver? Made the switch to Android. This is a review unit. I've got it for a couple of weeks, so it's not going to become my daily driver. But I am impressed. I sort of wish it was going to be. Sumyu says, when did you buy the Blue Yeti? You are referring to the microphone up there. That is a new edition. I did have a Blue Yeti many years ago. That particular one was on sale. I thought it would look great in the editing room. I've got an editing room tour coming up, so that is planned for use in this very room. Mark Cotton says, what are the dimensions of the phone? It is 76.2 millimeters wide, 156.2 millimeters high, and just under 6 millimeters in thickness. 6 millimeters, not including the Moto mod. Obviously a little bit thicker with the Moto mod on there. 6 millimeters. That is one thin phone, and especially when you consider they've still packed a 3000 milliamp hour battery in that as well. Very impressive. Sumi also asked, will you use a case with it? I haven't been supplied a case with it. I've just been supplied that back that you saw me snap onto the back. So this is like the protection for the phone. So rather than a full case, you put these sort of snap-on backs, and they come in different finishes. This one's a really nice textured black back to it. Really do like that. Imarino says, I like your live screens more than your edited videos. Aren't that weird? It is quite strange, but everyone likes different sorts of videos. I like these live broadcasts. I wish I did them more often. I do plan to do, because of the interaction. Peter Westerland asks, is it possible to get the home screen apps look like more iOS, not messy? Well, this is straight out of the box, and I don't think it looks messy. I think personally think it looks quite clean. We've got a row of apps down the bottom. We've got sort of a dock area or quick launch area down the bottom, right at the very bottom here. Navigation controls here, Google search, and then a clock, and then a notification bar at the top. You could install any launcher within reason that you want on this particular smartphone. So that is a really strong possibility. If you wanted to install another launcher, then you could, and you can customize it however you want it to look. What else have we got in the chat here? You have to excuse the phone going in the background. Any more questions coming in about the Moto Z2 Play? Well, there's one here from Sumyu, not to do with this particular smartphone, but do you play any games on your phone? I am indeed what I would term a casual gamer or social gamer, and most of my gaming is done on my smartphone. So I do appreciate a good screen and a good turn of performance. We've also got Imarino saying here, iOS 11 on iPad Air 2 RAM management are horrible. It can't even hold YouTube in the background. I agree, it's been a really bad experience lately. And hello to Mr. Ken Dennis. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you very much for tuning in. So we'll move on to take a look at the Moto mods. This is the first one. So this is the Sound Boost 2 from JBL. Now this is purely going to be a first look. I'm probably not going to start this mod up in this video, but this is a speaker, and you've obviously already got a speaker on the phone, but you can actually put this onto the back, and it not only acts as a speaker, I think it also acts as a stand as well. So this is what it looks like. So it comes in different colours as well. You've got the connections on the back here, and there's obviously a little connection here to actually charge the speaker via micro USB, or is it USB-C? It is USB-C as well. So we take this Moto mod off the phone, and then we snap this one on like so, and it says that you've added the sound boost on the screen, and you can get an app. We'll do that later, but you can download an app to give you even more sound control, and it actually pulls from the battery as well. Oh no, it told me the battery, so it doesn't charge the phone, but it said there was 69% charge left in the battery in the speaker. And there's a little stand, a little kickstand that comes out of the back here, and that allows you to stand it on a table or a desk. I'm not sure if that's in shot, but you can stand that on a table or a desk and enjoy better sound. It obviously adds a lot of bulk to the phone. I probably wouldn't walk around with this on, but it is possible. If you want a big phone, you could walk around with the speaker on, but this is more to sort of snap on and use for good sound. Maybe if you're watching back some videos, you'll flip out that kickstand, watch a video, and you'll get better audio. Very, very cool indeed. Should we try it? Let's try it. Let's see if I can get this up and running. Let's go into Google. Let's find one of my videos. Here we go. Let's search YouTube for myself. And let's go into this video here. Let's have a listen.
The autumn sale is now on at Curry's PC World. Save up to £350 off these Sony 4K ready HDR TVs.
Hi everyone, this is Dave, and in today's video I'm showing you a new NAS device from Synology. This is the Synology DiskStation DS418J. It's a 4-bay network attached storage device, and the idea behind something like this is you load it up with hard drives.
That didn't sound bad at all. That sounded very, very good. Let's just take this off and see what it sounds like without the mod on.
You use it as a central file storage location, so you can put your photos on here, video files, etc. And then instead of connecting it to a single computer, you connect it via Ethernet.
There is definitely a difference in sound. With the mod in place, the JBL mod, it's a much fuller sound, much fuller. The speaker in the smartphone itself, still good in its own right, but that is a really full-bodied sound. I like it, I like that a lot. So let's pop that to one side and have a look at the other mod. I was actually loaned 2 modifications, and I think somebody just asked this in the chat if I was supplied the projector mod. No, I wasn't supplied the projector mod, but that is another one. You can also get battery boost mods as well. This one is the 360 camera. So this is a 360 degree camera modification. Now I'm not going to be able to demo this in the video, but I can certainly show you it. Wow. Look at that. Oh, it's a cover. There's a cover on it. Very cool. So it's got a 360 degree camera. It's got a little plastic film to take off. Wow, I like the colour there. I wonder why. One of my favourite colours is orange. So let's just snap this on. And again, it snaps on in exactly the same way. See? We've got contacts at the bottom, and then it snaps onto the phone like so. And it tells me phone update required for this. Moto mod won't work without the latest phone software. Well, I'm going to say not now because I don't want to do an update during this video. But now what we've got, once that update goes on, is a 360 degree camera for 360 degree video capture on top of the Moto Z2 Play. I'm liking this modularity. I really do like it. It's such a neat way of doing things. It's obviously been available for the previous generation as well. I just never got a chance to try it. Let's just take this off. There's a little notch at the bottom which we can pull up from, and then we can neatly store this away. I tell you something, if Motorola, or I should say Lenovo, it's such a bad habit I've got to get out of, but if Lenovo are watching this video, or indeed Vodafone UK, something that would be really cool if they developed, unless it's already available, but we've got all of these cool mods like this, and obviously battery packs and projectors. Wouldn't it be awesome if as an accessory you made available a little storage pouch or a case where you could put maybe your 3 favourite mods in, and it sort of folded up and kept them all together so that you could travel easily with your moto mods. Very, very cool. I also noticed on the back of this camera one, the M on the back, which is normally just a little dimple, is actually a button. So I assume that is for starting and stopping video possibly, or if not, I would imagine it's definitely for taking a photo. Very, very cool indeed. And the fact we get a little cover as well. That's a really nice implementation of a 360-degree camera. I like it. So anyway, let's have a look at the questions again. Somebody's asking about performance. Geek Shraven asking about performance. I can't really comment on that yet because I've only just unboxed the smartphone. Camera's priority, so please check the camera performance. So I'll give you a very, very early first impressions on this. Let's load the camera up and we will say next. Quick capture. Also scans QR codes. And then we are in. We are ready to take our first photo. Let's take a photo of my keyboard. Wow, it looks clear on the screen. So that's a photo taken. Let's go into my photos. It said HDR as well. So we're going to go into the app tray. This is what the app tray looks like. And we're going to go into gallery. Where is gallery? It is called, I think it's probably not got a separate gallery app on here. Let's go straight into photos and take a look at this one. Wow, I'm impressed. Nice amount of detail, a little bit of blur in the background. Not sure how well you're going to be able to see this, but let's just bring this up close for you. Very, very nice photo. Let's take one with a bit of colour in it as well. I'm going to take another photo just of these moto mods here. Let's just pop these over here and just take a photo, something with a bit of pizzazz in it. There we go. It's not giving me quick access to the photos that I've taken, which is strange, but still, it's not the end of the world. Oh wow, colours. So I just took a very quick snap of the 2 moto mods there on the desk. Let me get that in focus for you. Pretty good. I am pretty impressed. That is a nice performance from the camera. It is too early to really give you an in-depth evaluation of the camera, but certainly it's not optimal lighting in here, and I think they look pretty good. Nice colour rendition. Very, very good indeed. And about performance, again, I can't comment on too much about the performance, but I mean, moving between screens seems absolutely fine. Opening the app tray, again, seems fine. Most impressive are the screen colours. Really very, very nice screen colours. So it looks good. It looks good. It looks as though the software is nicely optimised. And I agree with you that camera is a priority. Samagale, hi from Argentina. Hello to you. Assume you asked, did I get the Hasselblad mod? No, I didn't. Now, the Hasselblad mod adds on a really good camera optic onto the back. Very, very good optics indeed, and should improve the performance of the camera a great deal, but I didn't get sent that one. How is the speaker quality? Yeah, we covered that a little bit earlier. Speaker quality from the actual phone seems really good. Further improved, of course, by the JBL Sound Boost mod. Some of you saying that the stream is down. Yeah, we are getting a few little problems with the stream. If it ever happens to you, just do a refresh. Normally sorts things out. And iMarino says, do you use Apple Magic, Dave? I do. I'm loving it. Well, I use the Magic trackpad. If I can get this up into shot without disturbing anything on the stream. I use the Magic Trackpad, don't use the Magic Mouse, didn't like the mouse, haven't really liked any Apple mice for a long time. Darren Gator, hello to you Darren, says that the Camlink performance is fantastic, really clean video, so far I've not seen any lag or pixelating, you definitely need to keep using it. Darren is referring to this. I'm currently streaming using this, the Elgato Camlink. This is not a sponsored video. Elgato very kindly sent this out so I could review it, and I'm using it connected via HDMI to my Panasonic GH5, and that's the beauty of this product. It turns pretty much any HDMI output capable camera into a web camera. So that's what I'm using for this stream. Ryan Darcy says, Dave, when you are in the camera app, you just swipe to the side to access your photos. This is from somebody who doesn't use Android all that often. Let's try that. So we're going to the camera app and we swipe that way, no, swipe that way, and it goes into the photos. I was looking for, when I was in the camera, I was looking for a little icon down here, a little gallery icon. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I must admit though, I am impressed. I keep tapping things just to see sort of how it's sort of performing, and I love the vividness of the screen. It's just really very, very good indeed. Let's go into that camera app again. So we're into the camera, we swipe to go into the photos, back to the home screen, swipe left, swipe right, swipe up again. Very, very snappy. Really impressed. And I've heard good things about the fingerprint reader as well. It's not on the back, it's on the front here. You know what, Motorola? You've got a really nicely placed M on the back here, and that would be a perfect placement for the fingerprint reader. You know, in this dimple here. Look. Very, very nice place to put the fingerprint reader. Future iterations of your smartphones. Well, what can I say? Lenovo have done a fantastic job on this. I love the Moto range of phones. This is super, super thin. The fit and finish is brilliant. Really do like it. Let me just see what it feels like when I place it on the desk, because we've got that camera. It's not too bad. And you know what? When you place that on a desk, this sort of camera hump or camera bump stops the actual lens, because it sits at an angle, stops the actual lens touching the desk. So although it's pretty well protected anyway, that gives it a little bit extra protection. And when you've got the Moto mods on, it's less prominent anyway. I like this one. I want to get hold of, if I can ever get one sent out, and obviously another loan unit, the actual battery boost mod. I'd like to take a look at that in the future with either this Z2 Play or another smartphone in the range. But wow, for what is a mid-range price smartphone, I am really very, very impressed. I didn't think I was going to be this impressed. I don't know why. I suppose it's just because it's a mid-range smartphone. I just thought it was going to be okay, but it is so, so nice. I just love the quality feel of it. Really good job. Good job, Lenovo. Absolutely superb. So anyway, let's take a few more questions. If any of you got any questions at all about the Moto Z2 Play, then please do leave them in the comment section. And if you've got any questions at all about technology, then please do again leave them in the comments. Let's just go back across to the Motorola page here. I'll just give you a few more specifications. So apart from the 5.5 inch screen, 1920 by 1080 resolution on here, we've got a 12 megapixel rear facing camera, 5 megapixel front facing camera, 3 microphones on here as well, which means it should capture good audio. It will actually capture, I think it's 1080p video. Let's have a look what quality video this is capable of. Switch to video, and then we're going to settings for video. So we're in video there. Swipe out. Video. The video goes up to 4K. So on a mid-range Moto Z2 Play smartphone, we have got 4K at 30 frames per second, Full HD at 60 frames per second. Excellent. So it will actually capture 4K video as well. This is amazing. I'm really very impressed. Now, I mentioned earlier on also that this has got 64 gigabytes of storage, and you can add a micro SD card. That micro SD card can be up to 2 terabytes, so it supports up to 2 terabytes. And the battery, 3000 milliamp hours, up to 30 hours of use, and just a 15-minute charge. Are you ready for this? Are you sitting down for this? A 15-minute charge will give you up to 8 hours of use. So that's roughly about 25% charge in 15 minutes. 30 minutes charge gives you 50% charge capacity. That is impressive. Very good indeed. And then we've got fingerprint sensor, accelerometer, ambient light sensor, gyroscope, magnetometer, proximity and ultrasonic sensors as well. Of course, Wi-Fi, 802.11 ABGNN, and it's available in fine gold, or this one here, which is the lunar grey. Really very impressed indeed. And of course, Bluetooth. Goes without saying on smartphones nowadays. I am impressed, very impressed with the specification on this. For the price point, I think this is a really good choice. One of the best mid-range smartphones of 2017. On first impressions, of course. I'll let you know, hopefully in about a week or so's time, what my experience has been like, both with Android, because I haven't used Android on a daily basis for quite a while, but also I'll update you how my experience has been with the Moto Z2 Play. What does it get in the Geekbench 4 score? I'm not going to do a benchmark during this video. Benchmarks, they're synthetic. It doesn't really portray a real day-to-day user experience. If you really like numbers, then I'm sure you can find a benchmark online. I've done benchmarks before with smartphones, and it just gives you a number. It doesn't say how well the software is optimized. What version of Android is it? From Ishak Patel. It's version 7.1.1. Ryan Darcy, I own the original Z Play, Dave, and I must say I was very impressed indeed. Geek Shraven says, how is the display quality? Is it capable to see YouTube videos? The display quality is brilliant. This is an AMOLED display. I've got it set right down to low brightness as well at the moment. It goes super bright. Really good viewing angles. Very good viewing angles indeed. And I love the colour rendition. It's a nice punchy colour, as most AMOLED screens are. So very good video quality. Has it got NFC? Comes from Peter R126. Let's have a look. NFC. It has got NFC. So also in a mid-range smartphone, the Moto Z2 Play has got NFC. It keeps getting better and better. Sounds like a really good smartphone, doesn't it? So it really is well specified. Very impressed. So anyway, that is it for this first impressions. As I mentioned earlier, I will be sharing with you my experience of the Moto Z2 Play in a future video. But first impressions are, this is a really well-built smartphone with mid-range specifications, but really nicely optimized. It feels snappy. The screen is awesome. I love the mods. These mods are a really good idea. This one and this one, very good. Wish I could get hold of the battery mod whilst I still had this smartphone, so I could try that, because that would further extend the battery life way beyond a day of use. But just a really good all-round, well specified smartphone. I think they've done a great job on this. Well done, Lenovo. That's it for the live broadcast. Thanks for posing your questions, and thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Once this broadcast is finished, the video will be available for those of you who are tuning in late. It will be available on the Geekanoids channel, so you can watch it later. Don't forget to share the video and hit the like button, and subscribe, of course. I'll see you in another one very soon.